What if I told you that you need only one component? What if only one thing is keeping you from living the life you dream? It's not about money, it's not about talent, it's not about health. I'm talking about the focus, because what you focus on is what you get. This is just not a catchy phrase, it is a fundamental rule of how reality works. And the truth is that the world is against your focus. I mean that it is always under attack. There are a lot of different situations, there are a lot of different people who want to steal your energy, who want to steal your attention, and it takes your attention for their desires. I mean, we need to start with the closest enemy, with our own brain, because our brain is not adapted to success, it is always adapted for survival. Our brain do not want to be happy, it's always scanning for threats, problems, risks, and if we do not control it and control these processes, it will control us. For example, you can be sitting in the cafe or drinking a coffee or do something that you really like, or be in the process of work, or be in the process of communications, but instead of enjoying the moment, instead of paying attention to the process, instead of feeling emotions that you really feel in this moment, you're thinking about everything that can go wrong. It's not about your own skills, it's not about your own abilities, it's about your brain, which are not want to help you to enjoy the moment. And lost focus means lost joy. It's not only joy, but also and success, because when you pay your own attention into the processes, you do it correctly, you do it rightly, and you do not do mistakes during this process. It's about work, it's about job, it's about business, creating business projects, it's about everything. How often do you notice that someone trying to pull you into their drama? A lot of people who are living life in the fears, in the different psychological problems, like an imposter syndrome, like a victim syndrome. There are a lot of different examples, but complaints negatively, endless stories about how everything is going wrong. It's not just talk, it's a theft of your attention. And sometimes it happens even without talking. When you have talked with people with victim syndrome, you take their habit, you take their life view, and even some days after it, you feel these people energy. If you are an empathic person, of course you will take other people emotional condition and will live their emotions. It's not your emotions, it's not your conditions, and it's people problems and people drama, and you cannot to interact into their processes and live your emotions and your emotional spectrum. And if you do not control what you look and think about, others will control you, other people will control you, other people psychological problems and brain programs will control you, their energy problems will take your attention too, because there are a lot of different things. I want to share with you that this video I am shooting because recently I have created a video about my experience with psychotherapy. I have made 7 advices and 7 insights from 7 years of psychotherapy. I'm telling them a lot about victim syndrome, and after I have shooted this video, I decided to make a new one that you are looking at now, because the topic of focus is very important part, because the main resource is an attention. People have enough time, people have enough money, enough resources, enough communications, but if you do not use your attention correctly, these resources means nothing, because you cannot use it in the right way. You cannot use it in the correct way. You can spend a lot of hours, a lot of years, a lot of money trying to find right life strategy, or even it happens in the business strategy. If you do not control your focus, if you don't pay your attention correctly, if your attention is not yours, you will not get the results, because your energy level, it will be low, and you will always try to find what is the problem, but there are no problem. You sometimes takes other people's problems or your own brain problem. That brain creates new problem even if they do not exist. There are also external things like the noise of the world. There are a lot of social media, there are a lot of news feeds, there are a lot of different situations which are happening in the world, and people always involved into these situations, but sometimes it doesn't matter for them at all. That there are a lot of bad things in the world which are happening every day, and everyone to want a piece of your attention. News portals, other people, other influencers, other bloggers want to get your attention, but sometimes you don't need them at all. That you can use information, or you can use important parts of information for you, important usual things, but sometimes it's not usual at all. They just give your emotions for your attention, and if you want to get these emotions, you pay your own attention into their materials. You start your day feeling good, but an hour later, when you take your telephone and read something, or read your messages from other people, from other clients, or checking their social medias, you'll get an anxiety and frustration, and I do not use my telephone in my first hour of waking up, because it is very important to start the day with a good condition. But these points are not the main. The main point it is about, the focus is your reality filter. If you want to change your life, you don't need to do something new sometimes. You don't need to do something at all. You just need to change your life views. You need to change your focus. Even sometimes you do not need ever to do something new to change your life. You need to do something at all. You just only need to retrain your focus to filter your reality. I mean, to change your life views and see new things in your life. You are a projector. Whatever you shine, that light on becomes your reality. Because you can focus on your good condition, and you will support your good condition, and you can be focused on the nice things in your life, and you will see the nice things. You would be grateful, and you can focus on your bad health, for example, or the bad things. When you are paying your attention to other people's problems, you do not help them. You are just feeding their problems. Because solutions is always simple, it is always easy to find how to solve our everyday problem. Of course, there are situations when it is rather hard, but usually a lot of situations can be solved very easily. It is very simple and very usual advice, but when I realized that I need to pay a lot of efforts to do it, I'm a bit lazy to do it, because you need to pay a lot of attention to keep your focus in the good way. It's not a talent, it is a skill. It is your own effort to control your attention, and it is your own personal power. But to be honest, it sounds very simple and very usual, but in the reality you need to pay a lot of effort to retrain your focus. You need to pay your own attention, to keep your attention by your own. I mean, you need to take it by the tail. It is hard, it is not easy on the beginning, it is not a talent, it is a skill, and you need to train this skill. There are a lot of different practices with notebook, for example, grateful list of your achievements, or list with your tasks. Every practice help you to be in the reality and understand the real facts, because sometimes we lose the contact with the reality, and we do not understand and feel what really happens. We are staying in our brain programs, we are staying in our thoughts, and we are not real. We do not any connection with the real world. And people sometimes spend their life living in the fears, living in the emotions. With emotions, do not have everything similar with the real situation. For example, in the business, when I pay a lot of focus to one project, onto one strategy, I get a nice result. When we have tried to do different solutions, we have created a lot of products, we have tried to develop different software, we do not have a good result. But if we will take one product, one solutions, and feel deeply into the research, feel deeply in the creating, and understand the whole parts of this mechanism, we have found the audience requests, we have found right strategies, because we have only one product, only one category, and only one target audience. And this focus helps you to get out of unnecessary things, to get out of unnecessary information, unnecessary energy fields too. And when you pay your whole attention into one thing, you will get the high results. There are no unique strategy for everyone how to prioritize tasks, or how to create a correct life value system, because it depends on personality, depends on character and people life. There are a lot of different jobs, there are a lot of different categories of relationships, and there are a lot of different ways to live your life. That's why you need to do it by yourself. I just want to share with you my experience that when I'm training my focus, I'm put all my attention into myself, into my desires, into my requests, into my solutions, into my own aims, and do not pay any attention to everyone, because no one is worth your attention and your happiness. People want to live your energy, they want to live your life, your desire to live your life. And if you want to live the life of your dream, you need to be strong. And your personal power, as I have said, is about your skill to control your attention and put your attention into the way you need. Sometimes our brain make traps for us, and we're very glad to put ourselves into these traps. But in the reality, you need to understand that your brain sometimes is not your friend. There are more situations when it is your enemy. And a lot of people can get high results, can get very high level of happiness, high level of energy. They have great interesting projects. They can have relationships when they are dreaming of, but they do not want to let themselves to get it, because it is unsafety. There are a lot of reasons not to get it. There are a lot of reasons not to do it. And And your season is based on your desire to stay unresponsible with your attention. The main desire to not to be successful, not to be happy, it is not to control your attention and not to pay efforts into it. So if you want to increase your results, if you want to increase your income, to increase your energy level, the first step it is to understand what are you doing with your attention, what you are feeding for every day, what people you are feeding for with your energy, what people's habits you are feeding for. Because there are a lot of dramatic people near you. I promise you, when you will write down the names of the people who are trying to put your attention into their problems or into their dramas and live like a parasite by your energy, and you will solve this problem, and you will get out of this connection, you will get much more energy and you will get much more results, because results based not only on your actions, it's not only on your strategies, it is about your energy level. If you don't have enough energy, nothing happens, and your energy is based on your attention. If you are trying to train your positive thinking, you're trying to find good things in your life and not bad, and you focus on the thoughts you like. For example, you can think that everything is hard, and you can think that everything is easy, and you are right in both ways. In both situations, you are right. When you are trying to train yourself that you can get everything very easily, you will get it very easily because you are focusing on it. But people want to take you out of this easy life when everything is for you, when you are get money, when you are get clients, when you are get happiness, into their dramas. And there are a lot of victims in modern world where everyone is victim today. I will tell you about that in the next videos. I think it will be very helpful to you. And if you not to be victim, you need to get out of this connection with these people, life concepts, with mindset and with habits, emotional habits. It's not about their habits with everyday life. It is about emotional habits firstly, and it is about values and mindset. I hope this video was helpful to you, because this is a very interesting topic. I have paid a lot of efforts to retrain my brain. I have spent a lot of years in different types of therapy, where not only science methods, but esoteric methods, energy practices. I will talk about that, a lot of interesting things in the next video, because this is rather long, it is rather interesting. It is about my experience with therapy. It's not only about science method like psychotherapy, it is also about esoteric, about energy practices, it's about trance techniques. There are a lot of interesting things, but I want to share with you this fragment. I want to share with you this knowledge because it can be helpful to you in this moment. So if you got something helpful, I would be very grateful for your feedback and for your commentaries below the video. If you want to check more videos about businesses, about online projects, or about psychology, you can check it in my channel. I'm not an expert, I'm not a psychotherapist, but I'm sharing my own experience, so you can use my words as an example. You can just listen me. I mean that do not judge me, please, for this information, and I would be very grateful for any feedback. I hope to see you soon in the next videos. You can find more information in the description.